Alright guys, let's talk levels. I have an accurate representation here of most levels that most carpenters and guys use or carry, in the sense of a 6-footer, 2 4-footers, a 2-footer, and a torpedo level. And a lot of guys like to carry the torpedo level in their tool bags. I personally don't much care for them and don't carry one in my bags. But it is handy to have around on occasion. But what I really want to talk about is quality of levels and what I look for and what I like. Now, first off, you'll see that 4 out of the 5 levels here are all Empire levels. That is not because I'm brand loyal to Empire at all, although they do look cool. I like that color. But I think they build a good product. But that just happens to be the brand that my local lumber yard as well as tool store carries. So that is the brand that I purchase when I need one. This is my second 6-footer Empire level. My first one fell about 30 feet, hit a concrete basement floor, and busted in half right from the corner of the vial here all the way through. Just snapped it in half. So it did not hold up to a fall like that, but I don't suspect any of these would have held up to that very well. Even the tried and true and often holy grail Stabila levels that people swear by probably wouldn't survive a fall like that. Or at least, even if it did, it wouldn't be trustworthy or accurate anymore. This level here is the one I've had the longest. I've had that level there for 20 years. It was the first level I've ever owned and bought, and I still use it daily. It has been the best level I've ever seen. It is not a Stabila, even though it looks very similar. It is, as you can see, this end is kind of broke up, but it was a master level. There it is, master level. And I have never seen this level since. I've wanted to buy a new one for a while. The vials used to be that green tone where they showed up really good, kind of like on this one here. You see it's kind of got that greenish yellowish tint in the vial. This one used to be that way. It's not no more. But that level there has been through everything, from cabinet installs to framing to concrete work, to it's been dropped and stepped on. I've checked it many times. You can actually hold a level. It doesn't really matter. Place it on an object. Here, I'll actually just show you. Let me set that one down. Move a couple of these real quick. And move the 6-footer. And I'll use the fender of my tool trailer here. If you set a level on an object, the object does not need to be level. But you make note of where the bubble is. And this probably isn't the best representation, but you'll get the idea. You make note of where the bubble is. Then you take your level and you just flip it end for end. Set it on there again, and the bubble should be in the exact same spot, which in this case it is. Why do I like this level better than, say, that 4-foot level? Well, several reasons. One, get this guy over here and set him side by side. I like how narrow it is. Nice and comfortable in my hand, easy to grab. This one is too wide. I just don't like how wide it is. It does have the handle, but the handle's not always in the right spot, and you know, I like the width of this one better. Thickness, I like the thinner thinness of this one better than this one. Weight, it's lighter. I don't think that it's any weaker at all. In fact, this one actually has lights See, it lights the bubble up so you can see it better in low light situations. And you hit it again, it lights that one up. Hit it again, lights that one up. And it just cycles back and forth. And then you just press the button for a couple seconds and it turns off. I've never used it. I thought it was kind of a cool salesy gadget, but I've never used it, so it really means nothing to me. Here's what I don't like about any of the levels I've seen. Even Stabila levels, though at least the ones I've looked at, when you hold the level, let me see if I can get this one level. This one's not bad. This one's actually pretty good. That bubble almost comes into contact with the two lines. That one's pretty good. I like that one. And which is why I actually bought this one. Not because of the light, but I needed a second 4-foot level. I had several guys working for me and just needed another one on the job, which is why I bought it. But I see so many levels where that bubble is too small. It doesn't reach line to line, doesn't touch. And so you're doing a lot of guesstimating whether or not you're center in the bubble. See if I can get one here that's representative of what I'm talking about here. And even the little torpedo's not too bad. But that bubble's a little small. It doesn't quite reach line to line. So to be accurate with it, you have to have a pretty good eye on whether it's touching from line to line or not. This one, for the 20 years I've owned it, okay, let me get it level. It touches, well, I'm trying to hold it one-handed against the wall of my tool trailer here. It touches line to line perfectly every time. Both on the level and on the plumb vial. Both of them touch line to line perfectly. It doesn't extend past the line, and it's not short of the lines. See about this one. See this plumb vial comes a little bit short of the lines. So again, you got the guesswork of if you're centered in between those two lines or not. I've got a pretty good eye, but I don't want to have to guess. I don't want to have to stare at it long enough to judge whether or not it's centered between the two lines. I want to look at it and see, is it touching the lines, touching the other line, and then it's perfect. This one here, hey, this one's even worse than that 4-footer. It doesn't reach the two lines. And that just drives me absolutely batty. I think that if you build a level, it should reach those two lines exactly. That way, if it's over one line or the other, you know it's not level or it's not plumb. So I don't like that feature, and that's why I like this level so much. I like the weight, the size, the thicknesses, and I like the vials on it. And I've looked and looked and looked for another level, even Stabila levels, because I'll pay good money for a good level if I can find one that reaches both those lines perfectly. And this does have adjustable vials, but I've never once had to adjust them. And I've compared it against other levels, and I've checked it both for plumb and all that stuff, and it's never thrown me off or gone wrong on me. This here is a 2-footer. Same deal, typical. It's about the same as the other Empires. Not horrible. I've seen worse. The cheaper levels are going to be worse. I mean, Empire's not a super expensive level to begin with, but they're not cheap junk either. They're kind of middle ground. But the other thing I like is a box beam level. So this one's a solid box. That one's a box with some electronic gadgets in it and gizmos that aren't needed. That one's a box. Camera's not focusing. This one is an I-beam level. Now, for an I-beam level, this one's pretty thick aluminum, pretty rigid, pretty solid. Some are a lot skinnier, but an I-beam level will not hold these vials and maintain its accuracy nearly as well as a box beam level. And if you drop them, they're much more susceptible to bending or becoming inaccurate. I don't mind the little I-beam on a 2-footer. I don't use the 2-footer that much anyhow. But an I-beam level, or a box beam level rather, like this, is by far superior to an I-beam level like this. So if you want a good level, make sure that you buy yourself a box beam level. What size of level should a person buy? If you're new in the trades or just getting started, or you are in the market for a level, you're a do-it-yourselfer, a 4-footer. A 4-footer is hands down the best general all-around size level you can get, in my opinion. I've done a lot of work with nothing but a 4-foot level. Items that are shorter than 4 foot, you can oftentimes just square your work against other work that you know is level. And there's ways around it. I just think that a 4-foot level is the best all-around size. 6-footer is nice to have if you got longer ones for measuring or plumbing walls from plate to plate. That's even better. But a 4-foot level is probably the optimum all-around size level to have. What's your guys' favorite level? What's your favorite size? What's your favorite brand? What are things and features that you like and don't like? Let me know in the comments below. This is kind of a silly, stupid video. All of my videos are. I don't care. And anyhow, these levels here work well for me. That's what I use. My go-to's that yellow one, and I'll dig out that 4-foot blue one if I need to. But anyhow, let me know what you like. If you like this video, want to see more like it, please hit the subscribe button and ring that bell just to the that way. It'll be to the right of the subscribe button. And if you ring that bell, it'll notify you whenever I post a new video. And hit the thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. That will inspire me to make more. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.